Making the invisible visible, Black women 365 days of the year. Each day will spotlight a remarkable woman whose story shaped Black, British or global diasporic history. Women whose achievements are too often overlooked. Through these daily short films, we create a living, breathing archive of leadership, creativity, resistance and legacy. Let's begin.
So I'm Jreena Green. I'm a dancer, choreographer, but also I'm a practical historian, a mother, and I would call myself a political activist in my own little circle as well. And do you know what? I'm an avid gardener. I love gardening too, which I think I bring that back to my nature, to my practice. My practice is very much jazz-based practice, African diaspora jazz dance, which I must emphasize the African diaspora and the authentic jazz, because authentic jazz is completely different from what you know as jazz. So yeah, that's who I am and what I do. I start with rhythm when we talk about, the rhythm of the heartbeat, the rhythm of the body. But my rhythm actually comes from a place of history where drums were taken away from African diaspora people. Now, what I always find interesting is when you go to a jazz class and they'll be doing a drum. And I always think to myself, how lucky that was. What about the fact that that was taken away from you? So the idea of the clapping, the juba, the way in we're using the body, the percussion, and the rhythms of authentic jazz and its words. So I would start with a boogie bat, boogie bat, boogie bat. Where does that get you in the pulse, the rhythm, the feel, the vibe? Where's it getting into the body? Isolating, just using that words. And then, so even though I might put the music on top, but mostly I start with the rhythm of the feet. And this is where I connect my work with tap. So it's that thing of being able to be honest in the fact of historically, you would not have drums. Your drum would be your body. And when I mean purity, it's purity to feel what you are in that room. How do you feel in that room with being bare, with nothing except yourself? And then the improvisation part where you're just improvise through the rhythm that's coming from your mouth, from your feet, from your hands. So those are the ways in which I explore my work. I'm going to get a bit emotional probably here, but a guy called Dickie Harris. Now, I have to thank the Jiving Lindy Hoppers for giving me that opportunity. Dickie Harris was an artistic director of the dance group called Mama Lou Parts Dance Company. Mama Lou Parts we can say that she kept the Lindy Hop in the Bronx while hip hop was going on at the same time. Dickie Harris came over to England. I was lucky enough to dance at the Midsummer Ball, which was at the Lincoln Centre. So I was very privileged to perform there. And I had a workshop with Dickie Harris for 2 weeks. I went on day one and I basically, all I did was kicked, back step kick, double kick. And I was like, what the hell? I've done this for like 3 hours, just kicking. And I was like flabbergasted to see I wasn't learning any history. I wasn't learning anything. All I was doing, back step, kick, double kick, back step, back step, shoot, back step, kick, fall off the log, kick. And I was like, that's it? That's it? So then day 3 came. And I was like, it was a bit like this story, like I'm still doing this. And I said, and we got a lunch break and I came up to Dickie and I was saying, Dickie, I'm sorry, I enjoy what I'm doing, but what am I learning? I thought you were going to give me some history because I was a bit cocky at the time. I was a bit feisty. And he says, this is learning. This is all you need. That's what he said to me. He said, this is all you need to learn the whole history of jazz. You need this. And I was like, what? And when I look back now, I can cry because he's absolutely right. I've gone full circle And he was giving me the pulse. He was giving me the backbeats. Every time I listen to a piece of music now, I'm feeling the rhythm of the pulse of the music, and it's helping my body to feel the pulse. So it does upset me that at the time, of course, I was feeling like, but now when I look about the practice, it actually set me into motion to understand what I mean, what is meant by polyrhythm, what is meant by syncopation. So yeah, that was an amazing project. And I went off to go to the Lincoln Centre, and I learnt a lot within those 2 weeks. And I've been dancing professionally since 21. I've been a lead dancer in the original Lion King in the West End. I was 2012 Olympic dance captain. I have never experienced a workshop like that because it brought me home. Yeah, I basically keep my well-being by keeping my work quite spiritual. And people hate that word, but what do we mean by spirituality, faith, well-being? Like people do yoga. This is my yoga. This is my yoga.
Thank you for joining us for today's story. Making the Invisible Visible is our commitment to ensuring that Black women's histories and contributions are recognised, valued and kept in daily circulation. Across 2026, we will continue to share these powerful narratives, 365 days of impact, brilliance and inspiration. Stay connected, join the conversation and help us champion the women whose journeys continue to shape our world. I'm Paulette Brooks and I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow for the next